Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and actually start by flexing our spine. So keep your feet flat on the mat, knees are bent, find the perfect position between your chest and your knees. Place your hands on your knees, they're going to be anchoring you, and it's going to be a flexing of the spine, as well as obviously breathing through it. So go ahead and take your first nice long inhale. Placing your hands on your knees, you're also going to press into your knees, almost like you're bringing your chest towards your knees. That is one nice, happy inhale. Feel free to close your eyes as you do that and just observe your body. And with an exhale, go ahead and start to round your back as you're leaning back, extending your arms and tucking your chin. And again, inhaling, pulling yourselves with your arms, lifting through your sternum, arching your back, chin is just slightly up, and then start your exhalation all the way from your tailbone down to the very last vertebrae, right as it enters your skull. And again, inhaling, opening all the way up. And if I'm going too slow or too fast, don't worry about it. Go ahead and do your own 5. Feeling that your spine is alive and strong and happy. 4. And one more time. And 5. Beautiful. Lean slightly back. Lift your right leg and go ahead and bring your left hand grabbing the outer side of your right foot. Flex it and start to straighten it. Even if you cannot quite straighten it, don't worry about it. Lift through your chest, and we're going to start the rotation at our belly button. So if you can, straighten your leg. If you cannot, don't worry about it. And you're going to keep your knees really close together. Reach your right arm all the way out. Follow with the gaze, but be gentle here. And come back in. And again, open all the way out and come back in. Open all the way out again and come back in. Wonderful. Go ahead and bend that knee, hug it, and straighten your left leg as you're lying all the way down on the mat. And go ahead and give it rotation, opening up your hips. 3, 4, 5, and in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and place your left hand on your knee and gently start to bring it to the left side of your body as you bring your right arm to the right. Continuing to flex our spine, twisting mostly at our waist. Breathing, relaxing. One more breath. Coming back in, and this time, using your 2-piece fingers, go ahead and grab your big toe on the right leg, halfway into straightening your knee, and with each exhale, you're going to start to bring that knee out toward the mat on the right side of your body. And basically, this is your happy baby. Tuck both of your toes, the toes on both of your feet, and continue that breathing. Relax through your neck. One more breath, please. Very nice. Go ahead and release that. Bend both of your knees and lift up halfway. Straighten your arms and straighten your legs. We are in our low boat. Inhale, and with an exhale, lift up into your high boat. And again, come all the way into low boat and high boat. And one more time, low boat and high boat. Hug your knees, place them back on the mat, and we're exactly where we have started. Go ahead and round your back with an exhale and lifting up with an inhale again and exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale. Very nice. And go ahead and straighten your left leg this time. Grab it with both of your right hand on the outer edge of your left foot and see if you can straighten it. Even if you cannot, don't worry about it. We're going to go now for our rotation to the left. Lifting up, once again, rotation is from your belly button. Go ahead all the way out. Beautiful. 3 times, and then coming back in and hugging that knee, straightening all the way and lying down. 3 times, once again, we're going for full rotation. You're leading that knee with your arms, and then 3 times in the opposite direction. Repositioning our hips, and then bring that knee to the right side of your body as you're rotating the rest of your body to the left, resting here, opening up. And after your 3rd breath, go ahead and come all the way back in. 2 peace fingers on the left side. Grab that big toe on the left. Halfway open. And we're going to try and bring that left knee out to the left. So this is our happy baby on the left side. Resetting and opening up our hips. You possibly could be feeling it as an opening in your hamstrings. Shoulder blades are on the floor. The entire body is here fully relaxed. The only thing that's working right now is your left arm. Very nice. Go ahead and release the toes. And we're once again going to come into our low boat. Reach your arms as high as possible. And this time we're going to go into high boat and then into our bow. 1, 2, and 3. Wonderful. Go ahead. Hug your knees. Give them a little break here. And drop your knees on the mat, coming into a comfortable seated position. Can you check in on something? Making sure that I've got everybody. Perfect. Thank you. So, if you can, roll over your knees. If you cannot, just go ahead and find your own way. And we're going to step our left leg back and right leg back. Shoot your hips all the way up. Arch your back. Just gently drop onto your elbows. And lift up again. Open up your shoulders. Your shoulder blades are together. This is all about the arch. Beautiful. Go ahead and lay your belly on the mat, lifting up from your Sphinx into your high cobra with extended arms, opening up our core muscles, everything that we have just used. Very nice. Come back into low cobra. This time, slide your hands towards your chest, open up all the way into your cobra. Inhale, and with an exhale, drop your left hip all the way on the mat as you roll over, looking over your right shoulder. And there comes my cat to help us out here. Coming through the center with an inhale, dropping all the way to the right side. Right hip is on the floor, and we're looking over our left shoulder. Keep pulling that left shoulder back. Try not to sink into your right shoulder, although it is definitely closer to your ear. And then coming back to the center, pull your chest forward as much as you can. Lift through your sternum, arch your back. Inhale, and with an exhale, straighten your legs into upward facing dog. Inhale, and with an exhale, shift yourselves all the way up into down dog. Keep your back as arched as you possibly can. Shift gently side to side, opening up the back side of your legs. Feel free to pedal your feet. We're here for 5 full breaths. Each one is taking us just a tiny bit deeper into this. Just imagine that somebody is pulling you up toward the sky, and that through your tailbone. And your chest is trying to come as close toward the floor as possible. Nice. Inhale. And with an exhale, come on your tippy toes. Soften your knees, look in front of you, and either step or hop forward, bringing your feet to join your hands. And from here, come into your forward fold. And we're going to rest here for just a minute. Feel free to use the block here if you cannot quite touch the floor. Heel toe your feet slightly wider, almost hip width apart. And drop your head. Reach your arms behind you, clasp your hands, and if you can, rotate them up. If that is not an option, keep your palms together. It doesn't really matter that much, but it's just an interesting thing to try and see if you can rotate your palms toward the sky. In whatever position you are, go ahead and pull with one arm and then the other, just creating a little bit of that pendulum movement. 3 times, should feel good, happy opening, and then go ahead and release that, bringing the hands back on the mat, pull your shoulders back, lifting up through your chest, bend your left knee, your right leg remains very straight. Remember that we're hinging at the hips. No matter how flexible you are and however many times you have managed to do that, it's so important to just concentrate mentally on what it is that you're trying to achieve with a particular movement. So all that right side of your, back side of your right leg is happy and open. Your left hip is lower than your right hip. Your right arm is a continuation of your left. You're strong. And you are once again twisting at your belly button. One more breath here, please. Very beautiful. All right, we're going to go into twisted lunge now. So go ahead and soften your right leg. Rotate, keep your rotation, release your left leg and bring it back. You may need to replace that left hand, but hang on to that rotation. Settle in here. The important part here, and I know that you may be slightly fatigued from your previous workout. So if you need to lift your hips just a little bit because your right leg is tired, I perfectly understand. Inhale, and with an exhale, start to lift up. So you no longer rely on that left arm. We're going to go ahead and find that rotation. Inhale, and with an exhale, rotate back forward. Keep your arms where they are and re-rotate back all the way to the right. And again, forward and to the right. One more time, forward and to the right. Reach your left arm up, and right one is reaching, grabbing your left thigh. Inhale, and with an exhale, bend your elbows, place your hands together, lean forward, and place your left elbow, hook it to your right knee. Gently press your right hand into your left hand, opening up your chest. Beautiful. Opening up your arms, lifting up, coming back forward with that left hand on the floor. Press yourselves all the way up, placing the left foot exactly where it was, straightening the right leg. Inhale, and we're back to where we started. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Go ahead and release that. Relax, reset, drop your head. Give your right shoulder and your arm a low rotation and relax them. Go ahead and reach your arms once again behind you. Clasp your hands, if you can, with the opposite thumb on top. Pull, pull, pull. Drop just a tiny bit more. Very nice. Release your arms. Lift up through your chest and through your shoulders. Now we're going to go ahead and bend our right knee. And once again, first and foremost, bring that, lock that left knee. Open up your left arm. Find your rotation. Fingertips to fingertips, straight line. Right knee is bent. Finding the stretch in that left hamstrings. Feeling really, really good. Possibly looking up if available. Chest is open. Shoulder blades are almost touching. Beautiful. Ready? Go ahead and soften both knees and shift that left leg all the way back. Sorry, right one back. I knew I did something wrong. And now we are in our twisted lunge. The less you rely on your right hand here, the easier it's going to be to lift up. So go ahead and establish your balance. And once again, if having your knee and your hips this low and forward is too much, lift them a little bit, play with it a little bit. Ready? Inhale. And with an exhale, lift up. Twisted lunge, settle in. Inhale. And with an exhale, we're forward. Inhale. And with an exhale, we're back. And again, forward and back. One more time. Forward, chest is open, and back. Lift your right arm as we're coming all the way back, 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 opening up that right hip flexor. And then bend your elbows, fold forward, and find the hooking of your right elbow against your left knee. Three full breaths here. And then opening up the arms, lifting up, and then landing our right hand forward, bringing our right foot forward, and ending up with our left knee very straight and right knee very bent. Inhale it with an exhale. Go ahead and rotate, and once again, both of your legs are really straight. If you think you can, take your fingers Grab your big toes, inhale, and with an exhale, pull your chest forward toward your toes. If this is not an option, place your hands behind your ankles or your calves. But the point here is still the same. We're hinging at our hips and we're trying to bring our chest down and forward. Beautiful. Go ahead and start to bend your knees, lifting up. We're coming into chair. This is our first chair of the day. Pull your shoulders back, opening up through your sternum, and we're coming into mountain pose. Wonderful. Hopefully nobody got our head rush. Whew. Very nice. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and open up. And what I need you to do is place your hands together. I think that you may have a little trouble seeing that part. Place your hands together. Lift them. The arm is a continuation of your body as you're just dropping your head back. You're reaching your fingertips as toward the ceiling, as far toward the ceiling as you possibly can. Nice. And now go ahead and clasp your hands and place them behind your head. And once again, arch your back. But this time, you're really lulling your head in your arms. Nice big arch. And now we're going to connect the two. Staying in this arch, release your clasp, and you're going to place your hands together and bring your arms as far behind your ears and out. Coming back to center, continuing on all the way down into standing tabletop. The back is still arched. If you have to place your hands above your knees in order to maintain this arch, please do. And again, we're going to bring our arms out and behind us and clasp. Don't fold forward. Your back now is parallel to the floor and it's slightly arched. You're trying to bring your arms as high as possible. Inhale, and with an exhale, go ahead and see if you can clasp your hands and bring them all the way behind your knees, still clasped. That's kind of tricky. You may have to separate your hands. And now you're really bringing your chest towards your thighs. And then from here, go ahead and release that. Inhale in with an exhale, step or hop back. Chaturanga. Opening up, we are back in a cobra. And once again, go ahead and roll onto your left hip completely. Bring your right leg over onto the left. This is our twisted cobra. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Roll, reposition, be gentle with your shoulders and the lower back. Rotate, and when ready, place your left leg over on top of your right. Three breaths as always, coming all the way back in and straightening our knees into upward facing dog. Stepping or rolling over our toes, keeping the arch in the back as we're lifting once again into down dog. Right leg rises, bend that knee, rotate it toward the ceiling. Go ahead after your third breath, step it forward with an exhale and lift up into your warrior three. Oops. Just want to make sure I don't hit anything on the way. Listen carefully. You're going to bend your right knee, placing that left leg back. Your hands are at your heart center. Inhale, and once again, rotate to the right and hook your left elbow to your right knee. Gently press your right hand into your left hand. That really helps with the twist. Lifting, facing forward again, coming back into warrior three. Dropping down, left leg back, right leg back, chaturanga. Lifting up into cobra first. Staying in our cobra just a tiny bit more, pressing your shoulders just a tiny bit more back. Now go ahead and straighten your knees again into upward facing dog. Step or roll over your toes. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Arch is present. Left leg rises. Bend and rotate it. Should feel like a wonderful stretch for your left hip flexor. Rotation is, as always, at your belly button. And again, swing it forward, bringing it between your hands and lift up into your warrior three. Soften your knee after your third breath, stepping your right foot back, and go ahead and twist your lunge again, this time to the left, hooking your right elbow against your left knee. And as soon as you found your rotation, see if you can press your left hand into your right just a tiny bit. After your third breath, readjust, reset, and once again, come into your warrior three. Soften your left leg, hands on the floor, right foot is on the floor, left leg reaches back, chaturanga. And once again, we are in cobra. And once again, we're gonna go for rotation. So go ahead and roll onto that left hip. If you have managed the first time around to stack your legs, please do again. If you think you can, lift your right leg, 3 breaths. Drop, re-rotate, go gentle, respect your body, coming back to the right side, looking over our left shoulder. This may be as far as you want to go. You think you can, lift your left leg. Wherever you are, re-rotate, tuck your toes, soften your knees, and now see if you can come into a comfortable seated position by just hopping forward, or if not, stepping forward. All right, we're arriving back at where we started. And once again, place your feet back on the mat, reach your chest forward with an inhale and with an exhale, round your back, extending your arms. Please compare that to the very beginning of this practice. See if this feels a little bit happier. 2. One more time, and see if you can add a little bit of a shoulder rotation as you do that. 3. Beautiful. Coming all the way up. And let's see if we can find both. Now bend your knees and go ahead and bend your, place your left foot on the floor. Knees are together. Right leg is out. Your hands are together. Inhale, and with an exhale, rotate and tap the floor with your arms. Exhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Exhale. 1 more time. Good. Reach, left hand, right leg. If you need to bend your knee, that's fine. Outer edge again. Lifting up a little bit more through your chest, still hinging at our hips. And once again, rotating all the way out. Of course, if it's hard to keep your right leg straight, don't worry about it. See, your knees are together. So left knee is supporting your right is pressing. And this is how we're finding the real rotation. And hopefully you can go just a tiny bit more here. Perfect. Go ahead and re-rotate, release, reach back, left leg, you're up again. We are in a bow. This time your right knee goes down. Hands are together, inhale, and with an exhale, rotate to the left, tap the floor. 2, 3, 2 more, 4, 5. Right arm reaches outer edge of your left leg. Lift up once again. So we've got everything working here. The knees are working against each other. Your shoulders are down, your chest is open, and we rotate. Deep breath, rotating back. 2 fingers grabbing your left big toe. 2 other fingers rotating. Now grabbing your right big toe. We're gonna open up, bend, reach with our chest between our knees, and gently rock back and forth. Ready? Round your back. And again. One more time. And now just go ahead and lay into your happy baby. And again, see if you can separate your knees and draw your knees into your underarm or possibly even further toward the mat. Back is very flat. Chest is open. You are completely flat against the mat in your shoulder blades. Beautiful. Bring your knees together. Release that right leg. And you're going to grab that big toe into your right hand. And once again, we're going to go into a spinal rotation. Left arm is out to the left. And left leg is now pulled by your right hand to the right side of your body. We have started this practice with doing this exercise, but with a bent knee. But I'm very much hoping that you can keep your legs straight or semi-straight, and you can bring the entire foot on the mat while your left shoulder blade is also on the mat. Beautiful. Go ahead and lift all the way up. You're literally using your right arm to do that. And we're going to switch. Left arm, right big toe, and right arm is out, and we're rotating. Nice and slow. Go in stages if you're not quite ready. Although with the number of twists we did, I have a feeling that you're pretty open now. The hips are square. The rotation is still at the belly button. One more breath. And start to lift up. Beautiful. Hug your knees. Cross your shins. Inhale, and with an exhale, rock yourselves all the way into a comfortable seated position. And from here, once again, hands are in front, and we're lifting and bringing our left leg back, bringing our right leg back, extending our toes, and we're back in cobra. Shoulders back, chest is open, chin is lifted. Inhale, and with an exhale again, we're lifting and bringing all the way to the left side, looking over our right shoulder. This may be as far as you want to go. Otherwise, lift your hips all the way up and lift your left leg. Drop your leg, drop your hips. Coming all the way through the center, being careful as always. Looking over our left shoulder, pull your right shoulder back. Staying here, or lifting our hips and lifting our left leg. Drop your left leg back. Gently drop your hips. Last stretch for your right hip flexor here for the day. Rolling all the way down. And go ahead and drop your belly back on the mat into low cobra. Reach your arms behind you. Clasp your hands. Lift up just a stretch. And a little tiny bit more work for your back. But those are good. All of them are really good. Inhale, and with an exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, come into a full push-up, and from here, down dog. One long exhale. One more time. Press your heels into the mat. Shift from one hip to the other. Getting a feel of how you are, where you are in comparison with the very beginning of this inhale. And with an exhale, soften your knees, lifting onto your toes. Look in front of you, and once again, see if you come in one hop into a comfortable seated position. Roll, and I'm going to see you now. Very blue against the very blue mat, as I have just discovered. All right, gently shift your body weight side to side. We didn't really do much on the hips, just a little bit, but we certainly did a lot on our rotations. Reach your arms above your head, place your right arm in front of your left, rotate your palms together, inhale, and with an exhale, lift. Squeezing your head between the top part of your arms. And release. Switch, left arm in front of your right. Rotate. Place your palms together. And again, lift, 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 like you're trying to squeeze that head, really opening up that distance between your hips and your rib cage. And gently release that. Opening up your arms, palms are facing up, elbows are soft. Close your eyes, drop your shoulders. Take a nice, long, and deep inhale. Feel how healthy and happy your spine is. Your neck is long, your shoulders are strong. Lift your arms one last time, all the way to the sky, placing your hands together, dropping them down to your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.